Hey everyone, I'm Lily, and I've been having a bit of a rough week. I'm hurt and it's just been kind of tiring. I've been overworking myself in the Unity / C# mine, so I've been doing that like 12 hours a day. And I probably need to take more breaks, but oh well. But tonight I'm just doing like more of a self-care night and kind of just taking it easy, taking it nice and slow. And of course, this is me. So self-care night does mean just like cracking a bunch of packs. I got some Dominaria here, but it's mostly M19. This is just stuff I've gotten from like winning drafts and stuff lately and things like that, so yeah. So I still have more packs, but I try to keep like a nice stash in case for some reason I somehow get a bunch of friends and I'd like want to put together a chaos draft or something. But I mean that's not actually probably gonna happen anytime soon, but oh well. So we're just gonna crack in and just talk and relax and just have a nice chill time. I'm gonna start off with the Dominaria. Just go in chronological order. Come on. Okay, I'm not gonna go through everything. I'll go through anything I like. I love Dominaria so much as a set. Anything interesting here? Another Grow from the Ashes. Those are useful. I use them quite a bit. Ooh, we got a foil rare here. So our legendary is Slinvoda, the Rising Deep, which is cool. I hope they do another legendary banner set. We also got a foil Mishra Self-Replicator. I don't know. I don't think that's worth anything, but that's cool. Foil rares. And our actual rare is a Phyrexian Scriptures. So this is the one where it's 4 mana Saga, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature and it becomes an artifact. Then you destroy all non-artifact creatures, and then you exile everyone's graveyards. So that's cool. Neat. I actually cracked them like under my table and like away from the mic because it's actually roughly the right audio levels. Otherwise it's a lot of rebalancing because cracking a pack is much louder than my voice. Relic Runner, Warlord's Fury. There's not too much more from Dominaria I want. I played a lot of Dominaria. Alright, so our rare is the First Eruption. So it's the 3 mana Saga. I love the art on it. All the Saga art is really cool. I like the vertical space, but it deals 1 damage to each creature without flying. You add red, and then you can sacrifice a mountain, and if you do, it deals 3 damage to each creature. I don't know how good this actually is, but it's cool. And then our legend is Gwembe, Pride of Fimrith. I got a little sapling. Now, got a nice cup of tea here. This is an English breakfast, even though it's late at night. I love my black teas, although I do also like herbals. I love the art for Arcane Flight so much. It's just like, it's such great. There's a playmat of it that I keep meaning to pick up because it's amazing. Another Grow from the Ashes. Grow from the Ashes, I just think, honestly, it, in so many ways, is just, it's like a better explosive vegetation in a lot of ways, because it's like, honestly, when you want an explosive vegetation or whatever is it, Sky Shroud Claim. Having on 4 mana is like okay, but just having the flexibility to have either just a rampant growth on 3 or explosive on 5 is just a lot more flexible. This one we got Fall of Thran. We're getting all like the wipe sagas. This one destroys all lands, and then it slowly starts returning all the lands. Of course, we got Grund, the Lonely King. No. Oh, I love this opt art with Teferi on it. It's so cool. Oh, I should be doing like what my choices for each pack for like pack 1, pick 1. This one is a pretty easy cast down, although there is also an Eviscerate in the pack, which is a little awkward, just due to just signaling black to the next person. Our rare is Thran, Temporal Gateway. It's the one that lets you like cheat out historic permanents. And our rare is Adeliz, the Cinder Wind. I still don't know what I want my Izzet deck to be, so I don't know. I really don't. I don't think it's Adeliz because I don't know, wizards are fine, but wizards don't really capture me that much. Okay, last pack of Dominaria. Oops. Vanilla, Syncopate, Adventurous Impulse, Defess, Power Stand Shard, Deathbloom Ballad, Fire Fist to Death, Sapphire Void. Well, this is an easy one because our rare is Multani Yavimai's Avatar, who is a 6 mana 0/0, but gets +1/+1 for each land card you control and each land in your graveyard. It also has Reach and Trample, and you can pay 2 mana and return 2 lands to return it from your graveyard to your hand, so she recurs. It's just such a powerhouse, and yeah, just limited. It's just like, yeah, take over. Alright, so next up we're on to what I have a lot more of, which is Core 19. I haven't drafted Core 19 as much as I'd like. I just haven't been making out the drafts, or I haven't really been streaming because of computer issues. Alright. Omen Speaker, Lava Axe, Epicure of Blood, Sparkton Dragon, Skilled Animator, Sleep, Fell Spectre, Prodigious Growth. Alright, so our rare is Prodigious Growth. This one gives +7/+7 and Trample. And honestly, I find in M19 you need these kind of splashy rares, like to kind of win in a lot of ways, because it's just like the power level is so different. And Prodigious Growth is one of those cards that really just does a lot. I would take any good removal over it, but this pack doesn't have any removal. I think the next best 2 cards are a Skymarch Bloodletter and the Sleep, which I'm gonna take the Prodigious Growth, because Prodigious Growth is just a lot of fun and it's really cool. Just +7/+1 Trample, like oftentimes that will just be like do like 7-ish or more damage to the opponent's face in a lot of ways, which is very nice to close out games. And then like if you can pick up like a Vine Mare or something, that just gets out of hand. Alright. Divination, Active Treason, Linerock, Skeleton Archer, Pegasus Corsair, Arcane Encyclopedia, Vine Mare, Vigilant Bling, Sarkhan's Sealing. Alright, so our rare is Sarkhan's Sealing, which is 4 mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 4, 5, or 6, it does 4 damage to any target. And if you cast any creature spells with power 7 or greater, it does 4 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. Honestly, this is the pack one pick one, because Sarkhan's Ceiling, if you can like build your entire draft around it, it gets out of control. I think the next best pick in this is probably Vinemare, because there are decent auras and stuff in this, and I like the Vinemare deck a lot. I like Boggles. I play Boggles and Pauper, and besides that, there's an Arcane Encyclopedia, and which I could see maybe if you want to keep yourself open, but Sarkhan's Encyclopedia is just so good. Okay, Daybreak, Silence, Scholar of Zar, Rescue, Swiftclaw, Strangling Spores, okay. Colossal Dreadmaw, very, very important card. Tectonic Rift, Blanchwood Armor, Gargoyle Sentry. Okay, so our rare is Mistcaller, which is not playable in that. I highly value removal in this format. Like, you should. It's a limited format. But I think the pick is probably Strangling Spores. That said, I do really like Gargoyle Sentinel, just to keep myself open, as well as just being, it's a 3-mana 3/3 that can later become a 3/3 flyer, like late game, and just start being face, and that's quite good. The Strangling Spores just works really well, because you can use it as a combat trick, or just kill something with 3 toughness, and yeah. On Linebreaker, Filled Sea Serpent, Open Formed, Lich's Crest, to the top you go. Sky Scanner, that's a good one. Recollect, Heroic Enforcements, and our rare is Dragon Sword. This is the mana rock that also kind of like can give you incidental card draw if you have dragons, which is not bad if you already have some dragons, but definitely not pick one. I think the pick here is Lich's Crest. It's just unconditional removal. Although there is a Sky Scanner here, which I think is a fair choice as well. Although probably not over Lich's Crest. But Sky Scanner I think is a defendable pack one pick one in a lot of situations, just to keep yourself open. Luxon, Linebreaker, Triumph, Vitalize, Highland Game. Oh, already done. Essence Scatter. Gotta take it, obviously. But actually, we also have Strangling Stores, Colossal Dreadmaw, Rupture Spire, Stitch Resistant, Poison Tip Archer. I do really like Poison Tip Archer, but it's probably not pack one, pick one. And our rare is Valiant Knight. This is the Knight Lord. So it's a 4-mana 3/4 that also gives everything +1/+1. You can also pay 5 mana to give all your knights double strike. There aren't too many knights in this format. There are some, but mostly it's a 3/4 that can give itself double strike, which isn't bad. Like, it's a solid card, but I do think Strangling Spores or even Essence Scatter. I'd probably take Essence Scatter just because I love Essence Scatter, and Strangling Spores is not bad removal, but it's not premier. I would probably take a Lich's Caress over Essence Scatter, but yeah. Swing Falcon, Act of Treason, Rock's Oracle, Wall of Mists, Rabid Bite, Manolith Thing, Ghost Form, Rupture Spire, Heroic Winds Forces, Hieromancer's Cage, and our rare is Detection Tower. This is kind of like the anti-Boggles land, which you can use it to like, get rid of like hexproof and stuff. But I think the choice by far here is Hieromancer's Cage. It just is an O-ring effect. There's also Rabid Bite, which that was what I pulled across first. but it's just so much better to have the O-ring effect. Like Carametra's Cage, I think, is the best piece removal in the format. For limited, I should say. Active Treason, Daybreak Fang, Child of Night, Titanic Drove, Luminous Bonds, and go to the top there. Essence Scatter, I always like an Essence Scatter. Naturalize, Make a Stand, Nightmare's Thirst, Johnny's Pride Mate, and Lena Selfless Champion is a rare. So this is the 6-mana 3/3 human that also makes white signatures for each non-token creature you control. And you can sacrifice her to give all your creatures that are smaller than her indestructible. I actually think she's going to go into humans. So like she makes a bunch of soldiers and can protect them, which I think is a good card. There's a Johnny's Pride Maidens pack, which is, it's whenever he's a 2/2 for 2, so just a bear. Whenever you gain life, you get +1/+1 counter. If you get the life gain synergies, this can go off, and this is one of the best life gain payoffs like in the format. And then there's also Luminous Bonds and Essence Scatter. There is the issue that there are 3 cards in here which are white and very good. So what do? You signal that. So it's like, I think the choice is probably Luminous Bonds is the best of the 3, just because removal is so good. And like, I think Lena is good, but it does require you to have creatures. Like as a top deck, she's terrible. And a Johnny's Pride Mate is like nice and it's good payoff, but not as good as Luminous Bonds. But it would be one of those things where it's like, passing this pack, even if you take one of the white cards, you will be fighting for white pack too. And that's interesting, which is why you should always take Essence Scatter. I'm working on for my, I think it's Ranger tier of patrons. I'm setting up a thing because one of the things is either drawing, like there's a D&D reward and a magic one, and the magic one is signed foil Essence Scatters, because I love that card. Alright, next pack. Goblin Instigator, Dwarven Priest, Dwindle, Rejuvenator, Barter Vine, Courser, Guestpark Twins, Etherfitting, Departed Deckhand. Okay, our rare is Thorn Lieutenant. This is a 2-mana 2/3 that whenever it comes to target of spell or ability, make a 1/1 elf. And you can also pay 6 to give it +4/+4. So it's an elf that pumps himself and also can get some instant other elves going. I don't think he's as good as Departed Deckhand though. I think just Departed Deckhand is just such a good card. It's a 2/2 that cannot be blocked. If it becomes target of a spell, they do sacrifice it, but that's not the end of the world. And it can make my other things that can't be blocked except by spirits, but there's only like 3 spirits in the whole format. So I think and there's not any removal, or well, there's a Dwindle, which is okay removal. And then there's also an Elvish Rejuvenator in the back, which I do really like this card. But I do think Departed Deckhand is the pick here. And kind of signal and stay away that like I am not going to be in green, because I'm also passing 2 very solid green cards. Thorn Lieutenant is just so good. It's like, you're already paying above rate for a 2-mana 2/3 for 3. If they try to remove it or you target with anything, you get to make 1/1. And the fact that late game it can just swing in as a 6/7 is just all gravy. Come on, get out. Okay, Naki Ogre, Mighty Leap, cancel. Elvish Rejuvenator, that's not bad. Strangling Spores. What's my name? Johnny's Welcome. Sleep, Volcanic Dragon, and Patient Rebuilding. Okay, since we got Patient Building as her rare, that is definitely the pick. A, it's gorgeous artwork. Like, this is probably one of my favorite pieces of artwork in this set, but it's a 5-mana enchantment that at the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent mills 3, and then I draw a card for each land, like, milled that way. So it's just such a, like, it does end up oftentimes be kind of like a grindy, like, let's hope for your top deck. And this just ends games by both milling them and also giving you so much card advantage that they just can't stop it. Okay, only a few packs to go. Nice Pledge, a Pure Blood, Aviation Pioneer, Havoc Devils, Skeleton Archer, Vernohillion, Millstone, Gargoyle Sentinel, and the pick, Palaka Worm. It's Palaka Worm. You're going to choose Palaka Worm. It's 7 mana, 7/7 trample. When it enters battlefield, gain 7 life. When it dies, draw a card. It's Palaka Worm. You're gonna choose Palaka Worm. Palaka Worm is a good card. Did you know that? There's also Gargoyle Sentinel if you're not choosing Palaka Worm, which isn't bad. But you're gonna choose Palaka Worm because there's a Palaka Worm in the pack. There's so many games where it's just like, I actually haven't been able to draft a Palaka Worm, but it's just like, I was sure I had in the bag that you could play it out even like 3 creatures and I still won, but then they just bam Palaka Worm. I'm like, I can't beat that now. Catalyst Elemental. I don't know what this is supposed to do or what place it's supposed to be. This seems so bad. Highland Game, Bogstarber, Modder's Axe, Shock, Centaur Courser, Shield Mare, Draconic Disciple, Colossal Majesty, and Dark Dweller Oracle. Okay. So, for this, I do like Dark Dweller Oracle, which is a rare. It's a 2-mana 2/2, but you can also sacrifice a creature to exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. This is one of the better sacrifice outlets in this format, and taking this early lets you get open to like things like active treasons and whatnot. And unlike a lot of the other like good sacrifice cards, which are actually mostly black, this only locks you in your red, so you can be like a red-green deck, and still like be happy picking up those acts of treasons and whatnot. But yeah, but otherwise there's also just Shield Mare and Centaur Courser, which I think are also just decent and solid choices. Alright, on to the last pack. Alrighty. Fire Elemental, Oresco Swiftclaw, Highland Game, Angel of the Dawn, Aviation Pioneer, Havoc Devils, Invoke the Divine, Skeleton Archer, Suspicious Bookcase, okay, Shield Mare, Volcanic Dragon, and our rare is Metamorphic Alteration. This is the enchantment that lets you like turn a creature into a different creature. I don't think it's bad, but in this pack, honestly this pack isn't that great, and I feel like the best one is actually honestly Suspicious Bookcase. This card I find just like does a lot of work. Like the ground tends to get very jammed up, and also the air tends to get very jammed up. The board gets clogged up, and anything you can do to make your creatures unblockable. And honestly, 2-mana 0/4 blocks almost everything in the early game, so it can really help slow down you. And it's also an artifact if you have any cards that care about artifacts. Otherwise, I think the alteration itself, I think it's a defendable pick, but it's not exciting. Although I should put that into Zur, because actually it might not be bad in Zur, because it's something I can fetch up, and not so much to use as kind of like, well, when I copy your best thing, but as an answer to their best thing that I can get at any time. isn't bad, and I might experiment with that. But yeah. So I turned all those packs into this stack of cards. Now that I gotta go input into my database because I obsessively keep track of all the cards I have. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you all have a wonderful night's sleep and feel better than I am, if nothing else. I'll get better in a few days. Alright. Well, everyone, take care of yourself and be kind to each other and yourself. And may your stories smile upon you.